In a dramatic turn of events that underscores the ongoing turmoil in her personal life, Denise Richards made a courageous and determined return to the marital home she once shared with her estranged husband, Aaron Phypers. This visit, conducted over the weekend, was not merely about reclaiming possessions but centered primarily on the urgent mission to rescue 15 dogs that had been living in what has been described as a filthy and chaotic environment. The actress, renowned for her roles in films and her stint on reality television, arrived with multiple moving trucks, signaling a significant operation to extract both furniture and her cherished pets from the Calabasas, California rental property. Accompanied by 4 professional movers, Richards, at 54 years old, presented a picture of practical resolve, dressed in a simple black t-shirt, comfortable sweatpants, and sneakers that allowed for ease of movement during the physically demanding task. As she coordinated the efforts on site, Richards was seen wearing a baseball cap to shield herself from the sun, sunglasses for privacy, and a jacket casually tied around her waist, ready to assist if needed. Her presence there was a testament to her deep bond with the animals, many of whom she considers family members, and her unwillingness to leave them in potentially harmful conditions. The movers, tasked with handling the logistics, reportedly donned face masks to protect themselves from the pervasive dust and an overpowering odor that permeated the space, conditions that had been recently highlighted by Phypers himself as indicative of a severe hoarding issue. This detail paints a vivid picture of the home's deteriorated state, transforming what was once a shared residence into a site of contention and neglect. Assisting Richards in this heartfelt endeavor was her father, Irv Richards, whose involvement added a familial layer of support to the operation. Together, they carefully placed the dogs into crates, ensuring each pet was handled gently and securely before being transported to a safer location. Richards, throughout the process, maintained an all-black ensemble that reflected both her somber mood and the seriousness of the situation. This outing was legally facilitated by a recent court decision on September 8, where she was granted permission to retrieve her belongings without breaching the terms of her restraining order against Phypers. This ruling came amid a highly contentious divorce proceeding that Phypers initiated in July, turning what might have been a private separation into a public spectacle filled with mutual accusations and legal wrangling. The backdrop to this rescue mission is a marriage that began with promise but has since unraveled into acrimony. Richards and Phypers tied the knot in 2018 in a picturesque ceremony in Malibu, California, where they exchanged vows surrounded by loved ones, envisioning a future of companionship and shared adventures. However, cracks began to appear over time, leading to Richards' claims in court documents that she had not resided in the home for 2 full years prior to the divorce filing. She alleged that Phypers and his family members had severely damaged the property, leaving it in a state of utter disarray that made it uninhabitable. These assertions were countered by Phypers, who has painted a different picture, blaming Richards for the hoarding situation that turned the $3.5 million rental into what he described as a house of squalor. Phypers, 52, recently provided a shocking tour of the property to a media outlet, showcasing stained rugs, clothes infested with moths, and other signs of neglect that shocked observers. During this reveal, he accused Richards of being responsible for the mess, further escalating the feud. His mother, Patricia Phypers, who resides with him in the lower level of the property along with his father Stephen and brother, expressed confusion and hurt during the tour, stating that she had loved Denise and treated her like a daughter, unable to comprehend the breakdown in their relationship. This family involvement adds complexity, as the Phypers clan appears to be deeply entrenched in the living situation, potentially complicating Richards' efforts to fully disentangle herself. The allegations have flown thick and fast between the two. Richards has accused Phypers of frequent and aggressive abuse, a serious charge that he has vehemently denied. In retaliation, Phypers has lobbed a series of counter-accusations, including claims of an affair on Richards' part with a trainer from the reality show Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, specifically Rudy Reyes, as well as allegations of a Vicodin addiction. These personal attacks have intensified the media scrutiny on what was already a high-profile divorce, drawing parallels to other celebrity splits where private matters become fodder for public consumption. Richards' legal team has responded firmly, stating that she will not engage with these false claims in the public domain but will address the issue of Phypers' alleged abuse through the courts, emphasizing a commitment to due process over sensationalism. A particularly heartbreaking element in this saga involves one of the dogs, Melanie, whom Richards claims Phypers euthanized without her permission. Phypers defended this action by asserting that Richards had not interacted with the animals in 2 years, a statement that underscores the emotional distance that had grown between the couple and their shared responsibilities. This incident highlights the broader theme of animal welfare in celebrity divorces, where pets often become unwitting pawns in larger conflicts. Richards' determination to rescue the remaining 15 dogs speaks volumes about her priorities, placing the well-being of these innocent creatures above the bitterness of the separation. It also raises questions about the conditions in which the animals were kept, prompting concerns from animal rights advocates who might call for investigations into the home's habitability for pets. The legal battle has been marked by several key hearings, with the September 8 decision being a crucial victory for Richards, allowing her to access the property safely. This ruling likely came after arguments about the restraining order, which was presumably put in place to protect Richards from potential harm during the divorce process. The fact that she needed such permissions illustrates the level of tension and distrust that now defines their interactions. Phypers' filing in July initiated this chapter, but Richards' prior claims of abuse suggest that the end of the marriage had been brewing for some time, possibly exacerbated by the isolation of the COVID-19 pandemic or underlying incompatibilities that surfaced over the years. Reflecting on their union, the 2018 Malibu wedding was a glamorous affair, attended by friends from Richards' extensive Hollywood network. At the time, the couple appeared united, with Phypers supporting Richards through her career transitions from acting to reality TV. However, as details emerge about the home's condition and the mutual recriminations, it's clear that behind the scenes, resentments had built up. The hoarding accusation, whether attributed to one party or both, points to deeper issues of mental health, stress management, or even financial strains in maintaining a high-end rental.